Well, here we are again, a very slow news week. And so, of course, we got to get together and do some drawing so that we can spice things up in our lives, right? Okay, well, thank you for joining me. I know all of you have a lot going on. And of course, there's a lot going on in the world, but it is very nice to get together and do a little bit of drawing to just calm ourselves down and get those creative juices flowing. Makes you feel so good. And today we have another fun drawing that you can follow along with me on, and I counted, it's about 35 lines, I think, which is a good number for a drawing. And we're going to do it in about 10 minutes, which is great. And what I mean by that is we're going to do it in 10 minutes total. You'll be done with that drawing because we have two other things to do. We got to have our art vocabulary today. We also have to have time, of course, for the animal and activity game, which is a big deal, as you know. And that's where you suggest for me an animal doing something strange, funny, weird, bizarre, whatever, and I will draw that for you, as we always do. Now, before we get started, I want to ask you all a question. Did you hear about that farm animal that became a famous painter? Yeah, his name was Vincent van Gogh. And now it's time for us to do a little bit of drawing. So here we go. Grab yourselves a pencil, a pen, a marker, a crayon, maybe a nice stone that you can just use to carve right into the walls of your house or apartment. I'm sure your parents won't mind. And we are going to do what we always do, which is we're going to be using three kinds of lines to do these drawings. And that includes a straight line, okay, a zigzag, and our friend, the curvilinear line. That's an S curve right there. Could be a C curve, could be this way, could be that way, whatever. Let's say a quick hello to some folks in the chat while you gather your materials, and then we'll get to drawing. So, let's see, we have lots of people here. Sydney and Steven and Sam and RB and Mercurial and Clever. And hey, Chris Ferguson. How's it going, Chris? Nice to see you. And Golden Rose. And my goodness, so many folks. Everybody here is wonderful. And I see a nice name here that I recognize, who I'm going to call out a little later in the show. But more on that later. Now it's time for us to get drawing. So are you ready? We're going to begin today with, you guessed it, a straight line. We do this all the time, don't we? Are you getting tired of these straight lines, gang? Well, here it is. Check it out. That's it. We'll zoom in a bit so you can really get a good look at that one, because that is a beauty. That straight line looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Now, here's what we're going to do next. Look at the length of that line and ask yourselves, how long is that? Now, however long you've made it on your page, okay? You probably made it pretty small like I did, and that's what you want to do. The next step is we are going to make a zigzag, but it's going to be a wide zigzag. I'm going to do it in two stages here to make things easy. I'm going to look at the length of that line. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to draw a line that's about the same length, heading out this way, and then heading out that way. See that? Now, that is a zigzag. That is a V. Look at that. It's like shallow as can be. That's a more, what would I call that? A sharp one, I guess. This is as shallow as they get, isn't it, gang? Shallow, shallow, shallow. It's almost like we made a letter T or like a Y that's really flat. Okay, but that is the beginning of our drawing. Okay, and if you can do that, well, you're off to the races. Move this down a little bit. I'm going to need a little bit more space up there at the top, as you'll see later. All right, now, this is kind of fun because all I have to do is mirror what I've done there. Okay, when I say mirror, I mean draw the same shape, but I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to flip it vertically. So instead of going up and to the left, I'm going to go down and to the left, like that. And then down and to the right, like that, down. Okay, how's that look? Pretty nice. And we're done. Time to move on to something else. Nope, just kidding. There's plenty more to go. Okay, now imagine I'm going to take that line and just keep on going with it. Check this out. Keep on going that way and keep on going that way. See that? Made them crisscross. Crisscross action. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. That's for the old folks out there. And now we are going to connect this corner to that corner, this corner to that corner. Check it out. It's going to come straight on down. 1, 2, like so. Okay? They're not perfectly symmetrical. Don't worry about that. It's totally fine. These drawings are low pressure drawings, gang. You don't have to be concerned about things like that. Now check this out. I'm going to bring this line longer down this way. Do the same over here. Okay? And now I'm going to add some wiggle. Boom, like that. See, it's kind of like an S-curve sort of deal. Pretty cool, right? Make that a little longer. And then in between this one and this one, gonna have another like S-curve like that. See, it's kind of right in the center there. Vertical center if we're looking at things like that. And then next to that, another one, and next to this one, another one. What an interesting shape we have drawn today. Now take this up a little higher here, Okay, we're just extending those lines. Okay. And then we're gonna do two short lines like this in the middle of this line and in the middle of that line. So here we go. Down, jump over to this side, and down. That kind of looks like something, doesn't it? All right, now, ready for some long lines. Look at the angle here of this first line that we drew, or second line, pardon me, after that vertical. That first one we drew for our little diagonal shape there to create that top of that Y or T, whatever you're gonna call it. We're gonna follow that same angle and draw up and out this away, about that far. That looks about right to me. Could be a little shorter, could be a little longer. Don't sweat it. Same thing on this side, same thing. Okay. Then we're gonna come up like that and up like that. We're gonna come right back down to the middle, same angle, 1 and a 2. Okay, look at that. And then we're gonna do a little triangle up here. We're gonna go up and down. So we go up and down, just like that. And do you know how to make a diamond? Check this out. We go down, down, up, up. What is going on? I think we've drawn something here that we might recognize, and that is a character of some kind, but we don't know anything about this character. Well, we're gonna figure it out here. We're gonna do some more. Are you ready? Here we go. Now, starting from just above this line right here, I want you to start from about here. I'm gonna draw a really long line, longest line of the drawing. It's gonna come up at an angle, like up and up and up. Okay, curious. A wavy line, very cool. Like that, so I come out and up, okay? How long is this line? Well, it's about the same length as that line. Then I'm going to do a zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. How about that? What have we just drawn there? We've drawn a hand. Same thing. Up we go. Remember how we did that over here? We came out and up. And oh, what's going on here? Folks said there was some buffering. Huh. When did that start? Gosh, I hope you didn't miss too much, gang. Let me know. And a zag, and a zig, and a zag. And now we're going to come just to the right here, and we're going to draw down this way at an angle. Check. And then I'm going to connect here to here. So we'll do that. Connect it. And connect. Very nice, very nice. So I hope you're all with me so far. Now we're going to just connect this to here. Okay. I realize I'm running out of space, so you know I can do this. I can just make it a little smaller. Ah, the beauty of Photoshop. Don't worry, you're probably not running out of space on your end with that paper that you're using. I know you're not drawing as large as I am. Draw us a little bigger so y'all can see it, right? All right, next step. We are going to come straight down and straight down. See that? And then we're just going to cut right across and connect those. Easy peasy. And then I'm going to draw a line down this way, kind of at the same angle as that. Okay, but I'm going to stop a little sooner. See that? Stop and stop. We're going to leave that there. Now, I want you to find the center of this rectangle we've drawn. And from the center, we're going to draw up and then up. Cool little belt on this character, right? And from up here, we're going to do a C-curve. Check it out. C-curve down that way. And then a little smaller one right here, like that. Same over here. C-curve and C-curve. Alrighty. Let's see, we have demands. Who's talking about demands? coming from. Okay, moving on, moving on. We are going to now do some interesting wavy lines. So we're going to start here and we're going to wave our way up this way. It's an S curve that connects and then comes up, and then another one like that. And we are going to do these 3 or 4 times, but we're going to stagger them. See that? And then another one like that. Come over to this side. Wavy, wavy. Check it out. And another one. Nice little wavy line like that. And then wavy like this. And like that. Put another one over here, and then you can do this. You can put one down here. Maybe one there. So it's like this evil sorcerer rising from the flames. Now, right here where the eyebrows are, carry that same line out and connect down there to the shoulder. Out and connect down there to the shoulder. Sorry about that. There we go. Make it a little cleaner. Now you have this opportunity to make this drawing your own. You can do all kinds of things with this, right? You can add some cool stuff to the hat. Make it look more crazy and weird. Add a pattern here. Something like that, right? All kinds of things you could do to decorate and shape this up. Maybe add some details to the robe and whatnot. But this is our evil sorcerer that we've drawn today. And he's magical. Lots of stuff you can probably figure out that you can do there as well. And now we are going to move on to art vocab. Art vocab. So, did you hear that? You know what that means, gang. That means it is time to say happy birthday to Tex and Laugh. Look at that, Tex and Laugh. It is their birthday. Twins! They're 8 years old. Happy birthday, guys. Thanks for watching the show. Great for you to be with me here today. And I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you have the best of birthdays. And by the way, gang, did you know I'm a twin as well? I'm also a twin. So hey, twin powers unite, okay? Now, how about that? Congratulations, guys. Back to our show. Art vocab time. It is art vocab time. So let's take a look at today's art vocab. Today we're looking at abstract art. Abstract art. Well, what is abstract art? Let's read it. Abstract art is art that does not attempt to represent an accurate depiction of a visual reality, but instead uses shapes, colors, forms, and gestural marks to achieve its effect. What does that mean, folks? Well, it just means that abstract art doesn't look like stuff that you recognize in the real world. It's not representational art. Really, if you want to simplify it, that's the way to do it, okay? And here's a great example of abstract art by Pierre Mondrian. Tableau 1, which is 1 in French. My favorite number to say in French. 1. Here it is, Tableau 1 by Pierre Mondrian. Let's take a good look at this. Now, are you telling me that this isn't art? Well, certainly it's art, because look at the organization of these shapes and all the thought that went into arranging them in such a way as to be pleasing and interesting, compositionally powerful, and the color choices and the value choices and all of it. This is a really lovely piece of art. Does it look like anything? Well, you could decide if it looks like something to you, right? It doesn't have to look like anything in order for it to be visually appealing, in order for it to hold your attention, your attention, and that's what this is doing. So, great example of it. I'm sure you've seen many, many more, but yes, this is a good thing to appreciate in the art world. Now, hey, I don't like all abstract art. Believe me, I like very little of it, but the art that I do like, I love. And this is one that I really, really enjoy. So, that is abstract art. That's our art vocab for today. And there you go. It is now time for us to move on to the animal and activity. Now, this is, of course, the part in the show where you play a very important role, suggesting to me an animal doing something strange, funny, weird, unexpected, and I will do my best to draw that for you in the time that we have remaining. So I get my nice light blue color here, and I'm ready to draw, and I will look for your suggestions in the chat for animals doing strange, funny things. Okay, are you ready? Now, remember, Here's an example of what we did last week. A cat who was an archer. Check out that cat, right? Very fun. Or how about this one? A koala playing a harp. Okay, just a little food for thought. All right, let's see what we have. We have a chicken in a monster truck. Haha, an extreme monster truck. Egg, play on words, very well done. A weasel knitting. A hippo swimming backstroke. A cat teaching a kitten to play violin. Hey, Tex, you're welcome. My pleasure. Happy birthday. Chris says, a panda flying a World War II plane. Chris, you gotta make me draw a World War II plane. You know I can't draw planes. I could fake it though. We'll see about that. A slug on a skateboard. That's funny. A walrus limboing. Haha, that's really, let's see, how do I draw a walrus? I can sort of picture it in my head. Very fun, very fun. These are all pretty cool ideas, gang. Let's see. I'm looking at my options here. A walrus hula hooping. All right, I'm gonna try that. I gotta try the walrus hula hooping, even though, to be honest, I have no clue what a walrus looks like. I never do this on the show, but I'm gonna just quickly pull up an image for myself just to see what their heads look like, because that is a mystery to me, a walrus's head. Wow, they are funny looking. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, gang. So, the walrus. Boy, oh, they are so funny looking. I wonder they call them sea cows. Isn't that another name for a walrus? A sea cow? Isn't that what they call walruses? Where are their noses? Are they all the way up here? Kind of like a funny nose just sitting up there at the top. All right, and they've got these flippers in the front. Boy, are they funny looking. Kind of like they've got those funny seal kind of deals going on with their tails in the background, right? And in the back, in the back. A little seal tail kind of deal. Actually, let's flip that up that way for more interest. That's more interesting. Keep it interesting. Keep your shapes interesting, right? And we'll have the flippers kind of going up like that. There's one. And the other one sort of up towards us like that. Can't really see how they connect to the body, but I know there are wrinkles and folds everywhere, so that kind of makes it easy. There we go. I think that's pretty walrusy there. Hope that works out for you guys. I'm gonna get that hula hoop coming around. Let's make it round enough. Kyle, work on your ellipses, gang. Work on your ellipses. Pretty important ingredient in drawing. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now he's impressing all his walrus buddies with his hula hooping skills. I think it's better if we sort of flop that down and flop that down. It's a little funny. Or maybe this one stays up. Yeah, I think it'll stay. That'll stay up. I like that better. Don't they have whiskers? Walruses, isn't that something they're known for? Little whiskers like a seal? They must. They must. All right, there we go. Nice and bumpy. That's our walrus buddy. And we are going to knock that back just a hair and grab our darker color, as we always do. And then just go for it. So here we go. Let's do it. The dog's nose is sort of what I'm seeing here. It's kind of like a dog nose, isn't it? Kind of, sort of. Something kind of dog-like about that nose to me. I mean, let me know what you think, gang. Gotta give them eyebrows. I don't care if they have eyebrows or not. That's not important to me. It's just funnier that way. All right, let's give them some nice bumps there. And tusk number 1, tusk number 2. We'll come down this way, and then around, and then up, and over, and over. Try and get those to be as long as possible, those action lines. I don't know how many of these little flippery things they have in the back. Can't tell from the photo I'm looking at. But actually gotta make that bend a bit more. There we go. I know you'll forgive me trying to draw something I've never drawn before with literally 2.5 minutes left, so I think I can be forgiven. Or maybe not. Maybe you're a tough crowd. Maybe your expectations are really high. Hope they're not. All right, here we go. We're gonna come around, and it's a little wobbly on that hula hoop. I remember I had to draw another animal hula hooping one time on this show. I remember struggling with drawing these ellipses, right? It's always a challenge. But it'll have to do because time is running out. Hey, here I am. The hula hooping walrus. Walter, the hula hooping walrus. You've all seen him. Let's get a couple little dots there. Just make him look more walrusy. Slide him on over. And we'll bring our wizard friend back, Sorcerer. And that was a good day. Hope that worked out for all of you, gang. And hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me. And I apologize for any little technical glitches we had there. But hey, that's life. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, of course, for more drawing, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And that's 2:30 Pacific time. And I hope that all of you are healthy and well and staying safe and sound in these very strange times that we are living through. Remember, please, to take care of each other and above all, to be kind. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.